and welcome to this edition of Rolling Sports. We're coming to you from Hargrave Military Academy. I'm Tyler Rowland, and with me is Joel Speckman. Joel, got to see you play a couple times, and gosh, you had a couple good dunks, a block or two. Your hands are really good in the paint. Talk about their development, because I know you had an injury. You bounced back well from shoulder surgery, and talk a little bit about your story and what your goals are, what you're looking to do here at Hargrave.
All right, yeah. So my main goal is to play in the NBA. No question about it. The story and path that God has me on right now, it's been a trying one, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. When it comes down to being at 100% junior year, shooting 40%, and then going into that junior summer and senior year, breaking my hand, and then having shoulder surgery after that, it's been really, really trying, but the amount that I've learned through that situation, I wouldn't change it for anything. And I'm back and better than ever, and this next half of the season is really, really exciting because we're number one team in the nation, and we're ready to take it further than that. So it's fantastic. Yeah.
And how does it feel right now? I mean, you're at a school. 2016, the team won almost 50 games, got a national championship, 47-1, something like that. Just 7 years removed from that, and the number one team in the country. It feels like right now one of those storybook type of seasons. And how does that feel to you? Like just thinking, wow, we're the number one team in the country.
Yeah, so we have the pieces to do it. It's that simple. Like you said, they were 47-1. We're looking to beat that. So as we come along, the national championship is down the road and in our sights, and we're ready to fully take advantage. We have the pieces to get there. We just need to use them. So it's going great.
Yeah, and talk about some of the opponents that you play like, because my gosh, even a team like these post-grad teams, even a team that would be record-wise like really, really bad has a lot of talent.
Oh, for sure. Every night is no question a battle. We come out expecting there to be any number of D1 athletes on the floor, and we have to take that seriously every night in order to not lose a game that we shouldn't lose. So we have to pay attention to that, and we get it done.
And what do you bring, Joel, to a team that say at the college level would be an asset?
I get whatever the coach needs done. That's as simple as that. Coach needs me to be a scorer, I'll be a scorer. He needs me to be a rebounder, I'll be a rebounder. He needs me to be a defender, I'll be a defender. Whatever he needs done, I'm going to get it done. And that's as simple as that. As long as we're on the path to winning, that's what I'm going to do for that coach.
And talk about the academic side, maybe an accomplishment or maybe a club you're involved with. Talk about something on the academic end that you've achieved.
Sure, yeah. So I have a 4.0. It's not much of a challenge to do so. I homeschooled sophomore through senior year. Wasn't a big fan of the public school side of stuff, so being homeschooled was a big advantage. And learning throughout that process how to take advantage of time management and being involved in sports outside of that, you become much more time efficient when you're in that sort of a environment, and you're always around your family. They're constantly pouring into you, and you grow from there spiritually, mentally, and physically. So it's a big deal. School-wise, academics are a big part of my life for sure.
And spiritually, I know that's a very important component of you as well.
Yes, it is. Again, I pray to God every day, and He genuinely has a plan for my life. And I feel like it's going to the NBA right now, but that could change 5 months from now. I have no idea, but I know right now I'm going to go out at 110%. And the Lord changes for me, that's fine. I'm willing to do whatever He wants me to do. And the Lord, I thank Him every day for everything that He's blessed me with. So it's been, shout out to God. He's amazing.
Amen. And with your team, Joel, talk about the culture. Talk about, maybe a time that you feel like you've encouraged a teammate, or something you've done maybe off the court that, or not necessarily off the court, but maybe a time you've encouraged a teammate or played a role with keeping the team positive.
Sure. Yeah, this prep school is a very interesting environment when it comes to everybody here on this team is a Division I athlete. And when it comes to that, you tend to develop a little bit of selfishness. And what Coach Messenger has done a really, really good job of is honing that in, and I think that's a really big deal in terms of why we're the number one team in the nation, is because of how good of a coach he is. He's able to take 16 selfish dudes and turn it into a number one team in the nation that's willing to share the ball and take advantage of mismatches and move the ball on offense and play balls to the wall defense. So it's really impressive. In terms of what I've done, I've been here for about 4 weeks, trying to figure out the situation amongst the players. It's a very interesting environment when it comes to how everybody interacts with each other, and the best way that I've seen about going about it is acting like Christ. It's that simple. Is acting like Jesus and treating everybody with respect, and it seems to be working out really well. I've gotten a couple of people to start waking up in the morning with me and reading our Bibles. I've trying to get some of them to church. That one's been a little bit of trying. And then when it comes to just being a light to them, I try my best every day. So, yeah, it's fun. It's good.
Yeah, that is. And Joel, to get to know you a little bit better personally, what would be something maybe a cool fact about yourself that nobody knows?
I would say I'm an entrepreneur. That's a really, really big one. I've always really been into money. Sold jawbreakers in the 5th grade. Started a mowing business in the 7th grade. Ran that up to 12th grade. My brother's currently running it right now. I really enjoy the stock market. Making money has always been fun, but I see it as a means to do what I want in the future and have freedom in the future to help others. So that's the reasoning behind it. And obviously the NBA is very lucrative, and that's a big motivation to be able to help people in the future. So,
yeah,
yep.
That's true, and those can be combined very well. And lastly, Joel, are there any shout-outs you'd like to give?
Yeah, first one would be to God, to thank him for the plan that he has me on. The second one would be to my mom and dad for how much they've sacrificed and given for me in the last 18 years, 19 years. And then my brother and sister would be a big one. They're a big part of my life and really enjoy having them around. And the last one would be all the guys that I train back at home. I train 15 guys, and they text me all the time, and it really brightens my day every day. So it's great. It's really good.
That's awesome. Well, Joel, we thank you for your time, and be sure to stay tuned. This guy's a lot of, believe me, this guy and this team, they are a treat to watch. And we thank you all for tuning in and watching today this episode of Rolling Sports, where you meet the athletes.